What up, my dudes? Tommy Bennett here, and today we are at WOODWARD Copper. WOODWARD is a training facility in Colorado that has a skate park, trampolines, foam pits, rollerboards, all sorts of sick stuff to help you become like a freaking sick snowboarder. So in today's video, I'm gonna give you guys a tour of the facility, give you guys some information about how you can come here and hang out, as well as I'm gonna do some live coaching so I can teach somebody how to become more awesome at snowboarding using the facility. But of course, you guys are gonna be able to pick up some tips and tricks as well. Today's gonna be insane. I'm so hyped. Let's get started. Mask on. Hello. Hi. I am here for a session.
Awesome.
As far as the precaution, when you come in here, you do have to take a medical temperature check. You fill out a form, and you have to wear a mask the whole entire time. Not a big deal. You gotta do what you gotta do. So within this facility, they do have a whole bunch of skate features. So they have this bowl right here. They also have these really cool ramps where you can work on pumping. You can also use your rollerboards on there, which we are not gonna show today, but a lot of skate features. They also have this mini ramp and then a bigger mini ramp as well. In addition to that, they have multiple foam pits. So they have this giant ramp right here, which has a small, medium, and a large drop-in into a foam pit, which is designed for biking, skateboarding, or rollerboards. So you can work on your back flips, your front flips, any kind of spins. Like it's pretty freaking sick. But if you're not ready for the gnarly drop-in, you have this little feature right here. It also has a small, medium, and large roll-in, but you're able to just hop into the foam pit with less air. And this is really good to get comfortable with popping, jumping, 180s, 360s, or even a backflip if you're ready to chuck, but not ready to go super big. So sick. In addition to that, we do have multiple trampolines. There is a super tramp. In addition to that, you do have these smaller trampolines. You do have foam pits, and you're able to wall walk right here. So absolutely incredible. This facility is so sick. So hope you guys enjoyed that little tour. So next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna dive in to some live coaching with one of my friends, Bama, who's helped out the channel before. So big shout out to that guy. We're gonna go do some live coaching, and you guys can pick up a couple tricks or two. Let's go. All right, guys, so we just did a nice little stretch session. That's kind of my stretch slash warm-up routine. Just got to get the body feeling good, you know what I mean? We also got Bama in here. Bama's doing his thing. He's doing some tramps. So that's who we're going to be hanging out with today. And a couple things I wanted to say before we get started. I have earrings, and this can actually get caught inside the trampoline. If you look at the trampoline, they have these just a big enough hole to get your ear ring stuck inside. So I like to wear a hood and a hat, and then I tighten this up because that's the last thing I want to do is doing flips and stuff and then get my ear ripped out. So that's kind of one thing I was going to say. The next thing is, if you ever come here, you do have to do a trampoline safety course. It's about 1 to 2 hours long. So if you come here and you want to hang out, make sure you allocate enough time to do the safety course and have a session. Sometimes it's faster, sometimes it's slower, it just depends. So you're gonna make sure that you're coming in for 2 sessions. So all the information of WOODWARD is gonna be linked in the description. Check it out. Next time you're in Colorado, make this a stop. This place is insane, it's fun, and it's so creative. So when you guys are doing any kind of trampoline stuff, I do suggest that you designate a specific place as you're downhill. And then after that, as you're jumping, think about bringing your knees up towards your chest. What that's gonna do is it's gonna put you in a nice, strong body position. If your heels are going towards your bum, it makes it really easy for your chest to fall forward and your heels to go behind you. And if you do that on a snowboard, going off a 30-foot jump, you're landing on your stomach, it's not fun. So start to train your brain, start to train your body for the little things that are gonna pay so much in the long run. So how you feeling today?
Feeling good, dude. How you doing, man?
Dude, feeling good too.
Feeling hyped, ready to get after it, dude.
All right, so we're gonna go over first, what do you want to do today? What's something you want to progress?
I really want to progress my spins, 360s in particular.
It's perfect, and that's what we could definitely use this session for, is dialing in some spins, but also my mindset is not to kill it here. It's to understand how do we translate this stuff to the mountain. That's the biggest goal. That's the biggest thing we're gonna be focusing on. Also, throughout the session, I'm gonna give him some tips and tricks that he's not even aware of, and some other things. So first, we're gonna get warmed up on some grabs. Yesterday I was sessioning with Bama. He was doing some crails, so let's work on crails so we can start to build our trust, our relationship, and then we can start going into the more challenging stuff, but he's got to buy into what I'm saying. So let's go and do a crail. So what I want you to do is do a crail first, and then I'm gonna give you feedback on that.
Awesome, let's get it.
I mean, no pressure, but like, you're in front of millions of people. Appreciate you guys. All right, so the first bit of feedback that we're gonna talk about is while you're doing a trail, instead of bringing both knees up at the same time, I want you to take your lead knee and bring it across to your back shoulder so that it does this. The point of that is it makes the nose of the snowboard just that much closer to your hand, so then it's here versus
Bring the knee up.
lead knee across to the other shoulder. Boom. There is a concept in snowboarding called independent flexion extension, simply meaning, can you extend one foot and retract the other? So then what that's gonna do is it's gonna change the angle of your snowboard while you're in the air, but if you're going over rollers, that applies too. What you're seeing here is Bama's bringing both knees at the same time and getting so locked into that position. What I'm trying to teach him to do is extend one more than the other and retract the other one so that the nose of the snowboard actually gets closer to his hand. If you can dial that in, it's gonna be way easier.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes! Dude, there you go. There you go. So now we're gonna get into the session of helping Bama clean up his 360s. He has been working on them a bunch, so I'm gonna take a skill that he already is working on, and then how do we refine it and try to spice it up a little bit. So that's gonna be today's focus, the big focus for today. That, you know, that little extra. You ready?
I'm ready. I am ready to go. Let's do it.
Rip. So a little bit of feedback that I had for Bama is as he's doing his 360, his thought process is to look back uphill. And what I'm saying is, or my advice is, yes, I understand the concept of looking uphill, but if you look directly uphill and you do a 360, well, what if there's a child in the landing? What if there's a tree? What if there's moguls and you got to be able to absorb the terrain? Well, if you're looking uphill and it takes you 15 feet to gather composure and look where you're going, it's a whole different story, right? So what we've done is I hopped into my Instagram. So if you guys are looking for daily breakdowns, check out my Instagram. So we use this Instagram post to understand the real world concept and be able to apply it to here. So one of the things that I was talking about was at the 270 mark, instead of looking uphill, I want you to look down at your feet, but not your whole body, just with your eyes. Does that make sense?
Makes perfect sense.
There you are. He's so tall. Or I'm laying down on the ground. Pretty awesome. Now, I do want to focus on that still. We're going to add a couple other components. One thing that I'm noticing is that Bama is throwing his lead shoulder and his lead hand is almost grabbing melon. So what we're going to do is frontside 360s with a melon because that's a movement pattern he's already doing. So let's just run with it. Frontside 360 melon. What you're going to have to do is bring your knees up. Now, with melon, a lot of people like to bring their heels back. What I like to teach people is bring your knees up. And now look, my arm can just essentially dangle. Now, there's the grab. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
So, knees not back, knees up, and the melon's gonna be there. But the sickest thing about this trick is you go like this, you throw it, look where it is. Boom, let's go. All right.
Go, dude. That felt good, G. Thank you, man.
All right, so there was a lot of things that were said in that session. What is the one thing that you think made the breakthrough and that aha moment of like, ah?
I would say the breakthrough of the eye would be me really bringing my knees up to my chest. Let's go, dude. Let's go.
Alrighty guys, so we're gonna end that there. Woodward is such a sick place to be able to work on your progression for snowboarding. And the whole goal is to translate everything you've learned in here on hill. And you're just trying to make that step a little bit easier. So if you guys want to support the channel at all, go ahead and pick up a sticker. I also have these really cool phone cases with a grab map on it, so you guys can pick that up. It's going to be linked in the description below. And if you guys are enjoying the content, definitely give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel, because the whole goal is to make you awesome at snowboarding. And on that note, guys, we're going to end that there. Keep killing it. Keep progressing. We out.